Welcome, everyone. This is hopefully the finale. We're gonna go ahead and travel back down to where we were to take this shortcut, and we're gonna go pay a visit to Manus, Father of the Abyss. So let's go ahead and begin. Just gonna go speed past everyone here. Now, if I recall, this place actually sucks, so... Soul of a brave warrior. Alright, so far, not so bad. A bad start. That shadow scared me. Oh, that's bad. Oh, she is chasing me. I don't like that. You know, I am okay with her poisoning me. Perfect. Well, that didn't go over too terribly. Let's see, make sure I'm not missing any items here. Perfect. Alright, now we get to meet the scary boy. He always scared me, at least. And again, here, all the beheaded statues. It's kind of crazy. Are you going to attack, buddy? Just like that, it drops nothing. I don't think there's anything on the sides, if I recall. Alrighty, so here we go. Where we see more of this goo. This place just always gave me the creeps. Just the cells that are broken. And the abyss goo everywhere. This place always freaked me out. Chasm of the Abyss. Of course, I missed that too. Some twinkling titanite. Alright, I know this. It's a major area where they troll you. There she is. Oh, I'm dead. Maybe I should be more smart about this. Use an actual pendant. Anyone? There we go. There we go. That's what I want. Looks like his pathfinding is broken. Okay. Got her. The Dark Bead. This is one that I've been looking forward to picking up. Dark Bead. Abyss sorcery discovered by an Oolacile sorcerer on the brink of madness. Fires successive dark orbs. In contrast to standard soul sorceries, Abyss sorceries are weighty and inflict physical damage. Perhaps a human soul is closer to matter in its humanity. Oh, that's so crazy. Large Titanite shard. Okay, so now the question is, do I remember enough of this area? So we shall see. We shall see. Something's behind me, isn't it? Yep. I love this. I love it. Just all this humanity. And it's crazy because they don't even give you that many souls. Just floating. It's crazy to think. Oh. It's like, what did the Oolacilians do? You can obviously tell that these were families. The bigger ones being the adults. These tiny ones being little children. Here's Sif. Cleansing Great Shield. Cleansing Great Shield. The steel great shield used by Knight Artorias, who succumbed to the Abyss. Artorias, deeply scarred by the Abyss, used this to form a barrier to protect his compatriot, Sif. Although this drained the shield, its magic defense remains high. So Artorias knew he was going to fail, and instead sacrificed himself so he could save his partner, Sif. It really is tragic to kind of just think about that. Here we back are in the Royal Wood. Okay, I think it is time. Just clear out a little bit more, and then I believe what I need to do is kindle that bonfire a little bit higher. The game does very well with depth. Like, you cannot really tell how close or how far these guys are when you're trying to attack them. Humanity. The Black Flame. Black Flame. A pyromancy discovered from the dark of the abyss by a pyromancer who wandered into Oolacile. Conjure a great black flame in one's palm. Black flames are weighty and inflict physical damage, enough to smack away the mightiest of shields. That is such a cool pyromancy to pick up. Especially if you are into pyromancy. It's a really, really powerful one for PvPs. Oh, that scared me. More humanity. Just look at all this. It's just strange that all it does is touch you. Help me carving. Holy cats. Wonder why that's here. So what I gather from online, at least with the lore of this area, in what happened to Oolacile, is that Oolacile discovered dark sorceries. And the way they discovered dark sorceries was taking their fellow man and torturing them, driving them to the brink of madness. And that developed these really powerful sorceries that essentially harnesses the soul of man. And if Darkstalker Koth is correct in telling us that our progenitor claimed the last soul, the dark soul, that goes to show that our ancestor was a human, and that humanity carries the dark soul. And since they tortured all of their citizens to develop all of these horrible pyromancies and all of these horrible sorceries, it was either Darkstalker Koth or Kingseeker Frampt. Now remember, Darkstalker Koth tells us that Kingseeker Frampt, that fool, joined with Lord Gwyn. So we don't know. At one point in the past, Kingseeker Frampt could have been the one to have told the Oolacilians to upturn the grave of primeval man. And we are about to go and visit that grave. But first, I'm going to kindle this bonfire, and I'm going to get it to plus 20, because we are definitely in for a long, long battle with this one, so I'm going to do the best that I can to defeat Manus, but it's going to be very difficult. And we will be summoning a friend. Okay, max flame. And I don't think there are any NPC invasions in here. However, I could be wrong. Ah, I missed it. Twin humanities. Pretty sure that item isn't worth it, but we'll just... I was gonna say try our best not to get hit, but here we are. Soul of a hero. Okay, here we go. I'm debating if this sword is the best choice. But we're gonna go for it. I think. We're gonna go for it. Hello, Manus. Oh, dang it. I missed that one so bad. Ow. Always too late with that one, aren't I? Oh no. That was lucky. I'm dead. Oh! Ow. Oh. I forgot about that combo. I'm dead, I think. Oh no. I only have a couple of hits left on him, too. Oh, no. I had maybe 2 hits left on him, but that actually wasn't bad for a first fight. It was not bad, so we're just going to keep trying that. Let's bring back Sif. Oh, I also definitely need to get rid of this stupid that. I only need to use the pendant and health. Alright, here we go. I like how you can see him from here. There's a way to cheese him, from what I've been told, is you stand right there and you just take a grape bow and you just go ham. Oh, leave me alone. I had plenty of time to dodge that. Where's Solaire when you need him, right? Ah! Soul of Manus. And let's just make sure to thank Sif. And 10 humanity. It honestly sounds like she's having a nightmare, and now it's finally all over. Just look at this area, it's just so crazy. And this right here was the grave of, was it Primordial Man or Primeval Man? So one of the serpents told the Oolacilians to dig out this grave, and the Oolacilians, they just sat here and just tortured it to try and get more darkness and more magic out of it. I think if you actually looked at the area before Manus destroys it all, there are chains everywhere, showing that he was imprisoned. And then it finally, the humanity, the dark soul was too much for it, and instead they created the abyss. And so Artorias came here to try and put an end to the abyss, ultimately succumb to it. So let's go back to the township, and I don't know if Hawkeye Go has anything to say about it, but we will see.
Thou comest again, legend of humans. It is always an honor to speak with thee. Now, do not interest. Farewell, me.
So he has nothing to say about it. So either he doesn't know, or they just didn't care enough to put the dialogue in. I really thought he had something to say about Syrian or Kyron, however you pronounce her name. Or maybe I just read it, but I swear he said something about her on how she always had some sort of affection and attraction towards Artorias. However, it was never reciprocated, I guess. So I believe she just wanted to have the dark soul for her own closure. I mean, Artorias' soul for her own closure. Speaking of souls, I had totally forgotten to read the Soul of Manus. Soul of Manus, Father of the Abyss. This extraordinary soul is a viscous, lukewarm lump of gentle humanity. Ancient Manus was clearly once human, but he became the Father of the Abyss after his humanity went wild, eternally seeking his precious broken pendant. Which, I don't know if we still have that anymore. Or if he already took it from us, which I'm going to assume that he already took it from us. But there's the theory that Chester had the other half of the pendant. So let's go back to Oolacile Sanctuary. Oh, there was a dragon man there to invade.
I have awaited thee. Thou hast rescued Princess Dusk and rid us of that terrible primeval human, even halting the spread of the abyss. I salute the grandeur of thine enterprise. Please allow me to express my gratitude. I thank thee, as do we all.
Elizabeth's mushroom.
I will remember thee, but I will keep thy story to myself. This is the best way, for thou art come from a time far ahead. No one will sing thy praises, but yet thy greatness shall live on, for it shall be my purpose to remember all thou hast done for us. Not long ago, I had another visitor, a human like thyself, from a faraway time. Only he was dreadfully odious, and I'm afraid that he is still amongst us. He wore a hat and a long black coat. Was thine eye thou needst? I am a...
So that is it. Purchase hidden body just for fun. Actually, why don't I just buy all of these if I can? Yep. And then we'll read this one. Oolacile Ivory Catalyst. Sorcery catalyst of Lost Land of Oolacile, formed by enchanted white bark branches. The white bark boosts sorcery adjustment, but the sorceries of this lost land are gentle and not affected by intelligence.
May the flames guide thee.
Okay. And I believe that wraps up the DLC. I am going to warp back to the Sunlight Altar, and I'm going to run all the way back down to the lake, because I believe Princess Dusk is summonable from there. So I will cut it and show it from there. Okay, we're back, and we see the summon sign here. So let me just pop some souls. Maybe like 2 of these, probably overkill. Actually, maybe not even overkill. I'll pop the last one. We'll go ahead and summon her. Princess Dusk again.
I am Dusk of Oolacile. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thy wishes.
So let's learn the gesture first. The proper bow. And it looks like we bought all the sorcery, so I guess I didn't need to pop all those souls. But I can just buy one of these, why not? And let's have a chat with her.
For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken, and banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth. The sorceries of Oolacile differ from the magic of thine age. It is difficult to explain. Oolacile's sorceries are, what doth one say? They're somewhat of an approximation. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself. Dost thou not find some fascination in these discrepancies? The sorceries, it is Oolacile's thine sorcery. Dost thou not? If thou art in need, pray summon me again. May the flames. I am Dusk of Oolacile. It is an I shall. The sorcery, it is all thine. Does that? If thou art in need, I would. May the.
I will have to come back here. Maybe I have to reload the area completely. So, yeah. Let me cut this again, and I'll be right back.
I am Dusk. It is I shall. My home of Oolacile was reduced to ashes long ago in my time. I have been alone ever since, but to be summoned thus, and to be of service to thee, it is most rewarding. Oh, forgive me. Such a long past time is none of thine concern. This may strike thine ear as somewhat peculiar, but long ago, in my homeland of Oolacile, I was beset by a creature from the abyss. I would have perished then, were it not for the great knight Artorius. In truth, I saw little of what transpired, for mine senses were already fled. But even still, there was something about Artorius, a certain balance of the humors that quite perfectly fits your semblance. Heavens, could it be that? Oh, dear me. That was Oolacile, many centuries ago. Please excuse my fanciful musings.
She's not wrong. And that's the sad thing, is you're not supposed to tell her either that it was you, not Artorias, who successfully traversed the abyss and defeated Manus and stopped it. And now all the people in, I think it's the Sanctuary Woods or wherever the woods are out there, who are trying to protect the grave of Artorias, they don't know, but it's you who are the one that stopped it.
This may strike thine ear as somewhat peculiar, but long ago I would input that heaven. Oh, please.
She knew, and that's the thing. She has a feeling she knows it's you.
If thou art in need, I wish to may the flame.
Okay, and that is that. And with that, we are going to go back to Firelink Shrine. And we are going to see the end of this game. Okay, and we are back. I don't know if it's worth going up to that gentleman up there and buying what items he has, but we have no other need to level up, so why not? Let's go over and spend some more money. I mean, souls. See if he has any useful dialogue. I mean, this is the end, and we want to make sure we can wrap up as much as possible.
Aye, Shemai. I didn't expect to meet anybody here. I suppose great minds think alike, eh?
So let's buy Helm of the Wise and Armor of the Glorious, and that's pretty much all we can buy. Oh, and look, Helm of Artorias, and he's got Artorias' stuff here, so why don't we read the Armor of Artorias? Armor of Artorias the Abyss Walker, one of Gwyn's 4 knights. The death of the armor's owner can be surmised from the corrosive dark of the abyss, and the tattered azure blue cape, once a symbol of pride and glory. And pretty much that's all they have to say here, so I don't think he has anything, does he?
I'm afraid I don't. Thank you. That was a fine trade. I have this funny and we'll make another fine trade.
So he didn't have anything else to say to us regardless of what we bought from him. Maybe I have to buy a lot more, but unfortunately, we don't have any more time for that. Alrighty, so we've been putting this off for a long time. I can't tell if Kingseeker Frampt is asleep or not. And if he's asleep, I was told if you just slap him, he just wakes right up.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Well and wide awake. Do not treat me like an old withering snake.
That's hilarious. Okay. Well, let's go ahead.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
So now we're going to warp.
Very well. Then stay still for a moment.
So before we satiate the altar, there's one last thing I wanted to say about Manus that is probably an interesting piece of lore, and I'll put a link to where I found this paragraph, but it says, Manus is the Latin word for hand. Additionally, Manu is a term found with various meanings in different mythologies of Hinduism. In early texts, it refers to the archetypal man, or to the first man, progenitor of humanity. In later texts, Manu is the title or name of the head of mythical dynasties that begin with each cyclic aeon when the universe is born anew. It's super cool to think about. Alright, so let's satiate the Lord Vessel. Alrighty, let's see what King Samp has to say about it.
Oh. The Lord Vessel is satiated. Magnificent. You are the righteous successor to Gwyn, the new great lord, and I am Kingseeker no more. Your acquaintance was an honor. I must admit, I am fond of you humans. May you enjoy serendipity, and may the Age of Fire perpetuate.
Awesome. Okay. So, in order to show you both endings, I am going to have to do a hard copy of my save here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. Okay, we are back. Let's go ahead and take care of this. And this right here is probably one of the coolest scenes in the entire game. I just love these silver knights. Where are they going? Kiln of the First Flame. Black Knight sword and a Titanite chunk. I just love all the ashes here. Red Titanite chunk. I wonder if this will do any extra damage. I don't think you can get invaded here, so... Never read the Black Knight's sword, so let's read that if I can find it. Here it is, Black Knight's sword. Black Knight's sword, great sword of the Black Knights who wandered Lodran, used to face chaos demons. The large motion that puts the weight of the body into attack reflects the great size of their adversaries long ago. More Titanite chunk. Black Knight helm, the armor, the gauntlets, their leggings. Black Knight helm. Helm of the Black Knights who haunt Lodran. The knights followed Lord Gwyn when he departed to link the fire, but they were burned to ashes in the newly kindled flame, wandering the world as disembodied spirits ever after. Now we're wearing the Black Knight armor set. And if you properly save Solaire, this is where he is. And we might summon him to Lord Gwyn. Let me just take care of these guys down here, and then we'll give him a summon. Oh. White Titanite chunk. Faithful to Lord Gwyn in the end. And the blue Titanite chunk. Alrighty. Let's go grab Solaire. That's just crazy. Just look at all this. This depth. This gigantic wall all around. It's crazy. We really don't need Solaire for this fight. But I always found it fitting. Because he, after all, was a friend. And we saved him. And he was looking for his own son. Soul of Gwyn, Lord of Cinder. And here we get to see his prison. Just a hollow shell of a man, or of a god, what he used to be. Soul of Gwyn, Lord of Cinder. Soul of the Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight, and Cinder, who linked the first flame. Lord Gwyn bequeathed most of his power to the gods, and burned as cinder for the first flame. But even so, Lord Gwyn's soul is a powerful thing indeed. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show both endings. And the first ending I am going to show is Link the Flame. Okay, everyone. I have just defeated Gwyn for the second time. And this time we are going to choose the Don't Link the Fire ending.
My lord, bless thy safe return. Let Kath and Framt serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness. Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
Well, everyone, that was Dark Souls Remastered. I would like to thank you all for joining me on this very fun journey. Now, what is the true ending? Well, if we didn't have Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, it would be left up for interpretation. However, because From Software decided to make a Dark Souls 2, it is assumed that this Hollow decided to link the flame. So, what do you guys think? What would have been the best way to resolve this? Is linking the flame the best choice? Or is letting it die to let humanity rule? Again, thank you very much for joining me on this journey. I believe I will take a little bit of time before I decide to go ahead and start Dark Souls 3. I don't have Dark Souls 2 at the moment, and I've never played it, but I would like to do a playthrough of Dark Souls 3. Again, if you would like to catch some really, really great lore videos, I highly suggest checking out Aegon of Astora, and I will go ahead and leave a link down below in the video description for you to check out. He does Bloodborne, Dark Souls 2, he's currently working on a Let's Talk Lore Dark Souls 3, and I'm kind of hopeful that he will do one for Dark Souls Remastered. Again, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, evening, or whatever it is that you're doing, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.